Speak on the details of the investigation, okay? But what I can share is we lost two victims, a father. Forest Hill officers were dispatched to the 6500 block of Forest Hill Drive, reference shooting. Our officers arrived and began life-saving measures, but both victims were pronounced dead at the scene. My first press release that I put out, I shared that we had identified a suspect vehicle. We had identified two suspects in the incident. And now we've identified the two cowards who took the lives of these innocent people. We have public enemy number one, Adonis Robinson, who is also a registered sex offender. Public enemy number two, Jacoby Russell, who's on the run. They're scared, they're cowards, they're hiding. And a daughter who was 5 years old to this event, to this tragedy. On March the 3rd at 10:40 in the morning.
What's happening with y'all, Reset TV? We definitely need that reset, man. But yeah, man, I'm your man gravitating away. And just like I called it out with the little Ronnie and his precious 5-year-old child, and let's get this straight, every 5-year-old child is a precious being. I stand on that. And it's straight kick rocks if you don't agree. But little Ronnie and his precious 5-year-old child, when she was taken out, and of course, ultimately he was taken out, I said, watch. All the so-called people in that tainted ass industry called hip hop, all these celebrities are going to come out and say something pretending that they don't have a hand in all of this mess. They don't have a hand in all of this mess. Then I told y'all people of notoriety will come out and do the usual talking points of shame on us and this gotta change, blah, blah, fucking blah. I told y'all. Whether it was the Charleston Whites of the world coming out, and yes, his works have been verified. Regardless of how you feel about him, he put in work where he's at. And I ask y'all, when y'all see all this so-called pouring of love coming out, will y'all just get caught up in the emotions and praise these so-called YouTubers, these black celebrities, these personalities? Will y'all just praise them as such caring people that you're blinded with the most important question of, what are you doing to stop and prevent this? When we bring up black on black crime, urban politician, you're a YouTuber. I hate to call your name out. I remember you had a movement going on saying black on black crime does not exist. Why? Because y'all love to capitulate to other races and compare, right? Saying, well, there's white on white crime, Latin on Latin crime, Hispanic on Hispanic crime, Asian on Asian crime. I digress. So would it be fair for me to start comparing? Find me the white neighborhood where 5-year-old girls are murdered at car washes from gun violence. Bullets that were not meant for her. And if we're to be real, if you watch that footage, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, folks. Those demons that was running around looking like Lucifer's pets, I feel this in my heart that they knew that little girl was there and they targeted her, especially when you find out how many bullets ran through that girl's body, her father's body, etc., etc. Because a lot of demons, these little nigglets, run around to prove a major point in taking out your seed. So it could hit more. No pun intended. So it could hit more. So that murder could hit more. But I told y'all, I said, let it breathe a little. You're going to watch the typical, regular, smegular, BS accountability from black folks coming on for clicks and views. If you look at my channel, I'm a small channel. This is not about YouTube views, folks. Lord knows in my own communities, I talk like this. And before it's the drug dealer that talk down on me, before it's the crackhead or homeless man that talks down on me, before it's the prostitute or 304s like y'all love to say that talks down on me, is these so-called sophisticated motherfucking blacks that y'all love to tell me, well, we got black excellence. It's them that says I preach too much. It's them that say nobody want to hear this, because for all the excellence they have, these so-called blacks, that is, whether you're degree holder, your divine nines, your business holders, regardless of the so-called excellence they have, they're the main ones that push this bullshit. They play both sides of the fence. They play the role of being this humble constituent of these United States of America. They play that role of being humble constituents of these United States of America when that camera's in their face, when they're in front of a bunch of jolly good white folks, when they're finishing business deals or whatever. When it's back to being amongst their people, they're over there cheerleading. Just finished playing that demonic rap song. Just finished going to the concert of a motherfucker that stays gaslighting this horrible situation we have called black culture. Black culture and the current state of hip hop goes hand in hand. I keep saying this. Y'all dare to tell me it ain't the same. It's the same fucking thing, y'all. It's the same thing. I watch all you motherfuckers come on here and pretend. Yes, pretend to be upset about little Ronnie's daughter. Y'all don't give a fuck. And see, here's the thing. It's not about that y'all should give a fuck. All we really need is a few good men and women out here and the bullshit, watch it fall down. But you know what's funny? You can't find a sprinkle of people actually being earnest and honest, right? With their efforts to prevent this. I respect the ones that have nothing to say. I respect the ones that say, I'm going to move out of this fucked up community. I respect the ones that say, you know what? I don't rock with y'all. But you know why I respect them? They got nothing to say. They're not going to be a hypocrite. They choose not to do nothing and they stay out the way. It's you motherfuckers that stay pushing this peace and positivity message. And when it's all said and done, you're the same one cheerleading the bullshit that goes on in the community. You're the same one that partake in it. You're the same one that got no footprints in the community. Do y'all understand what that means? When I was with the nation, shout out to Minister Ronald Muhammad. He used to always preach about footprints in your community. What have you left behind? We ain't talking about money, y'all. We ain't talking about status, y'all. We're talking about every other day, your little efforts that you think is non-essential will contribute to the bettering of that neighborhood, the bettering of that misguided soul you probably ran across and dropped a few dimes and hoping he pick it up. This is the problem we have. We got to start checking the regular schmegular effects of when a child dies, and it's like the same optics, right, and talking points that are being played out over and over, whether it's YouTube streets or your actual reality neighborhoods. We hear this every day. Nobody calls out the real true BS. So let's just use Drake for an example. F him, by the way. He ain't part of that culture. I'm just gonna keep it real. I could care less about a Drake and all you other ninjas. But Drake suing major record label like what he's suing, little things like that does mean something. Maybe there will be accountability. See, Drake would have got more respect if it was about exposing them for what they do other than trumping up views and numbers. Because views and numbers means nothing to the community when we got bodies dropping. Let's start exposing their participation, the people that are behind the scenes of this music industry. Let's start calling that out more. We don't do that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call out the black faces that are a part of it. Because even though there's a machine behind those faces, you motherfuckers are the main influences for the younger folks that are watching y'all, that want to play a part of this game. This game that's a part of something that shouldn't have been called black culture. But now this is what it is. It's trash culture. So I'm sorry if one of my favorite artists in the world, that's Kendrick Lamar, I'm so sorry if a lot of y'all killed me about my videos about him, where I notice Kendrick, no matter what y'all tell me, oh, Kendrick bringing gangs together. Oh, yeah? You think that's so dope because he beat that little light-skinned boy from Canada. So Kendrick get all the flowers in the world. The same Kendrick most of y'all didn't even really rock with because y'all said he was boring. For me, I loved it. It was lyricism. I'm about that skill, that penmanship. But that same Kendrick that says he's bringing, well, y'all say, he didn't even say it. Y'all say he's bringing the Bloods and the Crips together and all the gangs in LA. Well, how about I say this? Kendrick didn't denounce gang violence. Kendrick didn't denounce the fact that we should separate from even being a part of gangs or participating in anything that they got going on. Let's go past the whole gang element. Let's just talk about the criminality of it all. I see people coming out talking about Fort Worth, Texas now. And yes, Fort Worth has a lot of incidents where there's children involved with gun violence leading to murder and death. I see them pointing fingers at Fort Worth. But if we are to be real, every fucking hood in Black America has this. Every hood. This is why I say you can't be Superman, right? Where you're living in LA, but you worrying about what's going on in Chirac. You can't be in Chirac, but you worrying about what's going on in Jersey. Everybody where you're at, where you're from, you know you got your memories, good and bad. Why not start there? Imagine a few good men and women start from where you're at. Just the little stuff. But we don't have that. Shout out to OG Percy. Y'all check out that interview. That was a powerful interview, man. OG Percy was talking to Tune. I got some issues with Percy, but overall, I love that brother. I don't know if God was speaking through him. I don't know if he thought about the things he was saying, but brother, I was listening to you, Percy. You was speaking a mouthful, dropping some good dimes that every motherfucker should be picking it up. And listen, some people get mad about my cursing, man. You supposed to cry aloud when you see this type of bullshit going on. You ain't supposed to worry about feelings, walk on eggshells because you stepping on toes. It's fuck your toes. I'ma chop the whole foot out because y'all ain't really doing shit. And a lot of y'all falling for the okie doke and the baits. You got a lot of big YouTubers, a lot of big people with names and notoriety, a lot of rap artists. All these folks means you guys harm, man. They just care about your view. They don't give a damn about what you do after you pick up their watered down game and do nothing with it back in your community. So yes, the responsibility is on you, Mr. and Mrs. Viewer, that clicks on that link to watch that video and get nothing out of that shit. It don't hit. It can't even resonate because you have already become numb to all of this. So yes, I respect the ones that said F the community, and guess what? They don't say shit and they stay out the way. You're already dead energy. You don't mean anything. And I respect it because you choose to stay out the way and keep your mouth shut. But for those of us that's putting in real work out here, hey, it's time to go even harder because we got a lot of pretendians out here pretending that they activists, pretending that they really, really are affected by that 5-year-old girl being murdered. Y'all don't give a damn, and it's straight up fuck y'all, bruh. Straight up at this time and moment. If you are a commenter coming into my section with that bullshit, it's fuck you. You will be blocked. I don't got time for that. You will be blocked. For anybody else that's willing to give a helping hand, I don't need your dollar. And more than your time, if you did take the time to click on any of my videos, I need you to go back to your community and make something happen, bruh. I need you to go back to your community and make something happen, sis. Straight up. Because you're going to hear this little Ronnie thing being used and played out. Notice on this particular video, I barely got any videos for y'all. I barely got any really pictures. It's just me talking. No music in the background because it's time we stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. Because if it's probably not your daughter, your family member, but sooner or later, the way this shit going, folks, especially if you got family and loved ones in these communities, it could be them easily. Easily. We all got little Ronnie daughters getting murdered in all of our neighborhoods. Some of us choose to give a damn. Some of you pretend. But look, man, this is what love looks like. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm supposed to put it in a cute, pretty package. This is what love looks like, man. This is what love looks like, bro. Y'all killed a 5-year-old girl, bro. Y'all killed a 5-year-old girl. And that's for us to say that it's a part of our problem. Ain't no white man supposed to fix that. Ain't no white man supposed to fix that. Where my FBA folks at? Where my Pan-African Africans at? Where my Nation of Islam at? Where my ADOs at? Where all these so-called Hebrew Israelites and all these so-called black organizations and black movements that swear to God it's the white man that's fucking putting us down? Where y'all at to call this shit out? Where y'all at today? Where you at, Dr. Umar? Where you at, Tariq? And all you motherfuckers that fucking push a narrative that keep us blinded from accountability. Where y'all at today? So while y'all was cheering for the Kendrick versus Drake, Kendrick, I hate to say it, my boy, we got a bigger problem than you getting that light-skinned motherfucker out there, because the same niggas you high-fiving, those niggas are a part of the problem. I don't care if they Crips, Bloods, Hoovers, whatever. And let's get away from Cali. All your neighborhoods, whether it's Memphis, Texas, Florida, Jersey, New York, we can keep going on and on. It's going on everywhere. Everywhere. Stop falling for the bait and somebody step up to the plate, man. Gravitate in the way. And you better fucking believe we need a reset like yesterday. I'ma holla at y'all.